Precious souls, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. Let's find out what you need to know. Let's tap into your higher self, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, and your incredible ancestors. They've always got your back. I'll tell you, when you finally let go of all the things and all the people that don't wish you well or haven't done the healing journey, and you get them out of your space, it is so freeing and gratifying to know that you have incredible spirit team helping you that have got your back and can see all and do all. And it's a journey that is not the easiest, choosing to heal, but it is absolutely mandatory if you want to finally have the life you were meant to live. All right, one more of these cuts. What have we got, Spirit? Come through, ancestors. Thank you. All right. Let's get a few cards out. Okay, we've got the Eight of Cups. It came flying out kind of weird. I'm going to take it in the upright because that's what it appeared to be to me. You want to watch these come out, guys? Here. Oh, come on over. Oh, that's a little too far. You got to be able to see them. There we go. What else have we got, Spirit? Ooh, thank you very much. Queen of Cups in reverse, 10 of Swords, and the Moon in reverse. Oy, oy, oy. Can I please have the energy of the collective I'm reading for? Thank you. The energy of the collective I'm reading for. Really? Okay, so it looks like someone's walked away from a Queen of Cups in the reverse. So this is someone who's in the upright. It's someone who's very loving, nurturing, healing, kind, giving, a great mother. This is someone in reverse. So this is someone's pretty much the opposite. They're definitely not grounded. Okay, they're not a loving, nurturing, feminine energy. This could be male or female. We all embody both. Okay, so say, for instance, an unhealed masculine that's operating, hasn't found the balance yet between their masculine and feminine side, they could be operating in the feminine. So someone walked away from this Queen of Cups in reverse because the Queen of Cups in reverse threw 10 swords in your back, okay? Whoever I'm talking to here. A lot of betrayal, a lot of pain. Came against you, did things behind your back. There's a lot of hurt. Really, this person did a lot of damage, as you could see. Okay? But that was the last thing, was that final sword going in your back that helped you to turn your back on them and say, I'm done. I'm done. There's no getting through this. There's no getting past this. I don't devote myself to people that stab me in the back, in other words. There are some secrets coming to light regarding what all was done behind your back by this Queen of Cups. Okay, there's a lot of, right now, all over the world, all the stuff is coming to light that was done in the darkness. But this is definitely coming to light, specifically, okay? I asked about the energy of the people I am reading for. And yeah, you've still got your defenses up. You're still dealing with some of the conflict that was a repercussion of all of these swords put on your back. This person left you in a very difficult spot. And they didn't really care, to put it quite frankly. Not a care in the world. Very uncaring. All right, we're going to ask for a little more information, please, Spirit. Can I get some more on the Queen of Cups in reverse, please? Calling in the higher self, again, of the collective. Wow, I got the King of Cups that jumped out at me that I was supposed to take. So this was a couple. These were two individuals paired up together. Tower in reverse, yeah. They're trying to avoid the tower that they have coming after doing this to you. This is a couple. Both of them. I'm being called to read this for the King of Cups. Emotionally immature, a male, overly emotional, overwhelmed and anxious. Because, yeah, they're worried they're going to get caught because everything's coming to light about what these two coupled up together and did to you behind your back. They're trying to avoid the consequences. They're resisting change. They're trying to avoid disaster, avoiding tragedy, delaying the inevitable, and avoiding loss. But guess what? They had no problem grouping up with others to come against you. You know, these are people that are they're like overindulging, they're gossiping, lack of anything that's any decent of any kind of a human being, what they were doing to you. Queen of Cups in reverse again, just to reiterate. Thank you, Spirit. I'll just put that right here. Yeah, there was a group of people. They were trying to throw you off balance. Okay? They were trying to destroy your peace, your harmony. They were trying to keep you off balance by constantly throwing these swords behind your back, and they chose not to awaken. Judgment in reverse. They chose not to learn from their ways, okay? They're malicious gossip. There is lack of self-awareness, unwillingness to learn karmic lessons. All right, let's move on. What else do we need to know, Spirit? What's going to come to light now? What exactly happened behind the back of the collective I'm reading for at this time? What exactly was going on? What happened to the collective I'm reading for under the protection of Archangel Michael? What is it that the collective watching that they don't know was going on behind the scenes? If we're allowed to know. Ooh, that came out of there. Yeah, that there were a bunch of options. Okay? You were being played. You were definitely being played. Let's see if I can see this to read it. Lots of options, choices, multiple possibilities, opportunities, picking and choosing, decisions, procrastination, dreaming, fantasy, illusion, wishful thinking, imagination, and hallucinations. So they were trying to, with the moon there, they were definitely trying to keep you under some illusions. I'm hearing mind games, big time. A lot of head games. Oh, okay, what else do we need to know, Spirit, that was going on behind the scenes that's about to come to light if it hasn't already? What is being exposed that they're so afraid of? The Empress and the Fool. That they were trying to cast illusions about the Empress moving forward with a brand new beginning, taking the leap of faith on herself, on the divine. So they were trying to hold the Empress back. They didn't want you to finally step into this most powerful aspect of yourself where you are a master manifester. You're fertile. You know, it's about sensuality, nurturing, creativity, beauty. Well, you're very radiant. Harmony, artistic endeavors, pretty much creating the life of your dreams, okay? So these people were trying to stand in the way of that. There was some leap of faith. They were trying to also destroy your innocence. They were trying to change who you are at the core. And you're very discerning, extremely charismatic, like I said, a magnet for everything. Manifestation, very fertile, very nurturing, and a truth speaker, and an open-hearted person who's kind and creative. And they were trying to stand in the way of your innocence and your freedom, your originality, your adventure, your travel, your carefree nature, your spontaneity, your new beginning. What else was going on behind the scenes, please? Spirit, come through. For the collective watching, what else were these groups of people doing behind the scenes? King of Pentacles in reverse. They're very greedy. They're an ungrounded male, it says, or a masculine. Unsuccessful, a businessman, corruption, and extortion behind the scenes. This is all coming to light. They can't outrun this. They're terrified. I'm feeling they're terrified. I can feel their energy now, like scrambling like a bunch of silly folk, because they know that all of this is what's going to be turned on them. They're trying to avoid the tower, the the karma that comes with what they tried to put you through. They went real far behind the scenes to hold back the Empress. Yeah, okay. Lovers in reverse. They were also trying to, I'm hearing that they were blocking a new love interest coming in. This is what I'm hearing and feeling. But they were also trying to kind of destroy your trusting nature, create disharmony, and cause an imbalance for the Empress. Trying to keep you disconnected from source energy that runs through you, from your divine connection. And they had a very strong lack of accountability. They lacked accountability, and they still do to this day. They're still trying to cover this up. What's going to come of this, Spirit? There's a decision to be made. There's a decision to be made. A truce. Sitting on the fence, crossroads, difficult decisions, painful choices, stressful decisions, opposition, facing your own fears, being torn between two relationships, and divided loyalty. Here's what I'm getting intuitively. I feel like this is a fated choice. I feel like you're going to have to choose between the new love that finally does come in for you and this person who's been playing and manipulating in the background, because I feel like loyalty is shifting between this masculine, the King of Cups. I feel like the loyalty is shifting now. They're desperate. They're avoiding karma, and they're realizing really quick that this Queen of Cups in reverse is nothing like the incredible Empress that they abandoned and manipulated and mistreated. And I think you're going to have a choice there. And I think they also have a choice to come forward with the truth, to try to put an end to the karma. Boy, they're actually racking up a lot of karma. You're still in conflict. Excuse me. Throat chakra. They're terrified to come forward with the truth, but they're terrified not to. Well, that's what happens when you do really mean, cruel things to people. Yeah, it's out of greed. It was out of financial reasons, greed. They're very ungrounded, lack confidence. And yet I'm getting that this person had the persona to the outside world, like, look at me, and have like blingy things and, you know, a real kind of a cocky attitude. I'm getting sarcastic, you know, pretend like they've got it all together. They really think that their poo doesn't stink because they've got deep-rooted insecurities that were never healed on the inside. So they have this persona to the outside world, but it's not accurate at all. Not at all. There's emotional immaturity because of inner childhood wounds that were never faced, never dealt with. All right, anything else moving forward? What about this conflict? The conflict is that this person is living in a great deal of regret for refusing their chance and leaving behind their chance with the Empress. They feel like it's definitely a missed opportunity. They're starting to see that the Empress was, in fact, you know, pretty much custom made for this person, and they still let it go. It was a missed opportunity. And now there's stagnation in their life. I feel like they're delusional. They're focusing on the negative now, and they're self-absorbed, and they're definitely going through depression, boredom, nostalgia, and remorse as they play back that movie in their head. What can the Empress expect moving forward now that they've turned their back on this negative environment, these people that were coming against her? Him, doesn't matter, it's the Empress. What can the Empress expect now? For the collective that I'm reading for,